Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you saw last week's video, you know we took our RV on some questionable roads and ended up in places we definitely shouldn't have been. Well, it turns out we didn't exactly escape unscathed. This week we're facing the aftermath, a damaged roof that we've got to get fixed before we can hit the road again. But don't worry, we're not going to let that stop us. After tackling the repair, we're heading to one of New York's most beautiful spots, Letchworth State Park, also known as the Grand Canyon of the East. With its towering waterfalls and dramatic gorge views, you don't want to miss this adventure. Repairs, breathtaking scenery, and a whole lot of fun. Let's dive in.
All right, guys, so we're at the Camping World. Got up on the roof yesterday. I noticed a little wrinkle in the roof. So we stopped for lunch today. I went up to check on the wrinkle, and the whole roof has come, well, half of the roof has come loose, just the membrane. So we're running to Camping World, get some materials, and get that fixed as soon as we get to our next stop. All right, I got all this stuff to fix it. Now we just got to make it 100 and some odd miles to get to a parking spot to fix it without it tearing. So we'll see how that part goes.
Hey guys, it's Shelley and Mike with Campin with the Confers.
Drive day today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. We're starting out with a 6-hour drive day, which is more than what we normally like to tackle.
Which has turned into a little longer than a 6-hour drive day, but that is what it is.
We're headed to Letchworth State Park
In New York.
So it is known as the
Grand Canyon of the East.
Yep.
I think is what I read.
Yeah, this will be our first time there, so we'll see what it's all about.
Yeah. I-90 in New York. Super expensive to drive on this road with all the tolls, and it's not very nice.
It's not one of those get what you pay for kind of scenarios.
Yeah, not this section anyway.
Okay guys, so we'll take you along and see what we get into at Letchworth. It says we're 5.3 miles and 18 minutes away.
Slow roll.
So right before we rounded this corner,
There's a sign that says 9'8". I'm like, we ain't making 9'8".
we should see if it compares to 9'8". But then they got us far. Maybe I can do this.
Can kind of see what's going on up here. Like all of this is just busted loose from the wind shaking it. You can see the big wrinkle right there, but it's loose all the way up to the solar panels and that top hatch. So I'm gonna take those solar panels off, get the top hatch off, get this whole nose peeled loose, get this lifted up. I got some spray adhesive, roll it back down, get it seated, and then put everything back together. Exactly what I wanted to do our first night at the campground, but RV life. It was a real pain in the butt trying to get the roof peeled up and everything out of the way to get it fixed. So I didn't have the camera up there to show you guys what all I had to do. We got it all stuck back down and put back together so we could get off to the rest of our day and find some new adventures.
So the visitor center is 9 miles from the campground.
And you never leave the park. This place is huge.
It is. The speed limit though is 40, but the road was so bad there's no way you could even go 40.
Right. And their trail system's laid out really nice. So the trails don't really have names. They're just numbered like 1 through 20. So you can go onto their little sheet and say, okay, I want to hike, you know, trail number 11. And it'll tell you what its difficulty is and how far it is and where it is. And you just stay on trail number 11.
Yeah, it does actually have names, but the name isn't on the map, but the name is on the ledger. So if you look for trail number 4 and you look at the ledger, you'll see the name of the trail. So like the one that we're going to now is the Gorge Trail, and that's trail number 1, and it's 7 miles one way. So we're not gonna do the entire 14. We're gonna like pick up the middle section and do 6 miles.
It's 3 miles down, 3 miles back.
Yeah.
But it hits all 3 waterfalls, right?
Yep, that's our plan.
That's the plan for today.
But we're gonna start with the visitor center and then get hiking.
So as you're driving along the park road, there's plenty of pull-offs, and on the map, some of them have cameras on them that have good overlooks.
Yeah, you don't have to hike the trail to be able to see all the sights.
Yeah, you can drive it and just stop at all the spots and get out and check out what they have to offer. So the tea table, we haven't gone over to see the overlook yet, but we have seen our first historic sighting. Right here in the parking lot, they've got it set up for everybody to look at, and you know, it's not very often that you see a payphone booth just sitting in a parking lot somewhere. Now, the payphone is missing, but for those of you people that are my age or older, you actually know what a payphone used to do. So, pretty cool to see those sitting around. So over here at the tea tables, they have nice little tables made out of stone. Little picnic area for you to set up, a water fountain.
Okay, maybe my campsite.
Her and her rocks, I tell you. So here is view number 1. Oh, that's a nice big river. I guess you can kind of see why they call it the Grand Canyon of the East.
So we said we are going to do 6 miles of the #1 Gorge Trail, and you can see we just stopped at this pull-off here. They have a trail marker, so this is part of the trail that we're gonna do. We're just not gonna start our hike from here.
All right, so we're getting ready to start the trek up the hill from the lower falls to the middle falls and then to the upper falls. We are starting this hike at 870 feet above sea level, because it looks like it's going to be a pretty steep one going uphill. So we'll let you guys know where we're at when we get to the top. All right, girls, get psyched up. Here's our first set of stairs. Who's ready? Need to play the Rocky song. Little Eye of the Tiger, Lena, do it. Now you gotta turn around at the top and jump up and down, throw your hands in the air. Do the easy view of the fall, or 127 steps. Took the lower view, but that's down. So that's 252 round trip. Got it. Elena, we were robbed. We only got 124 steps.
Maybe you miscounted.
There were supposed to be 127.
Maybe there's 3 more coming.
Good thought, good thought. What do you think of this hill there?
135.
135 heart rate. It's a little steep.
This is after the climb down of 147 stairs. This is how you get back up. I think I would have preferred the stairs.
Think so?
Yes. I mean, I have to lean into it.
almost there. More stairs, more hills. So we made it to the end, which is a parking lot, by the way. So kind of boring there. But the final elevation is 1,260 feet above sea level, so we only gained about 500 and so odd feet. But we went up and down a lot too. So now we got to make our trek back down to the lower falls and maybe grab some lunch.
1852, this was a wooden bridge.
Okay.
And then in 1875, not that much further, they took down the wooden bridge and put up an iron bridge. And then in 1999, inspectors said, this is no longer safe. And they tore down the iron bridge and erected this bridge.
The more you know.
And this bridge does not use any of the riverbed as part of its support. And so, but the other two bridges did.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't affect that.
So it just goes into the bank on both sides. Got there?
So we stopped to have lunch at the Glen Iris Inn. So, fun fact, Letchworth State Park is named after Mr. Letchworth. He was a businessman, I believe in the Buffalo area, and he fell in love with this area and bought up 1,000 acres of this property. And then he willed it to the state of New York 2 years before his death, as long as they kept it as a park. And this place where we are having our lunch was his estate. This was his home where he lived. So we stopped to get some lunch. Elena and I are gonna share this brie, cheese, and cracker plate. And
little grilled cheese and fries. How are the fries?
They're good.
Are they? They're battered though, huh? And then I got a gluten-free bun, Monte Cristo, and some potato chips. Yummy.
But the brie is all warm and melty with the little strawberry preserve on top.
That sounds pretty amazing.
How's your sandwich? On a gluten-free bun.
Good.
It's supposed to be a Monte Cristo, but they didn't dip the bread and egg.
It'll do.
It's a beautiful scenery though here.
All right, so we just finished up a little, well, we went for a light lunch. And I ended up with a whole burger, or not a burger, but a Monte Cristo. The girls had quite the experience with their brie, cheese, and strawberry preserves. Their preserves like hardened onto the plate. So Shelley Kay asked the lady for some different, a different side of it so they could actually eat it.
It was like tack candy, hard tack candy.
Yeah, Elena called it fruit leather.
It was tougher than
So she brings out a bowl of it. And Shelley tries it. And she's like, this doesn't taste right. So Elena and I try it, and we're like, yeah, that's it. It tastes fine. And then a few minutes later, she comes back out with another dish of the strawberry preserves. She's like, I'm so sorry.
Mind you, the brie is gone by now.
I gave you the wrong sauce. That was for like the chicken teriyaki something.
So I put this honey garlic teriyaki on my brie.
But she kept coming back for more.
Because I kept saying
time and time again.
I was trying to, because you guys said it tasted
Car.
like strawberry, and I was like,
didn't
no.
say that. I said that it still tasted weird, but it looked the same.
It did look the same.
I said that maybe it was burnt. That's it.
Car. I'll tell you. Thank you. There's a lot of cars out through here for being on a hiking trail.
Well, it does weave in and out, though.
Right.
It'll be like along the roadside and then into the woods. But look.
Yeah, these are our views. Look at that. The Grand Canyon of the East. So we're gonna hike back to the truck, go back to the campground, see the dogs.
So I had said earlier in the video, I don't know if he edited it out or not, but that this is said to be the greatest state park in the country.
Yeah.
And I will say absolutely 100% as far as all the state parks that I've been to, I will say. I would also say that it's better than Cuyahoga Valley National Park.
In Ohio?
Yeah.
I think it's different, not better. Like Cuyahoga Valley is, you know, it's not a well-developed, it's very natural park.
Well, this is
Where
too.
this is, well, and you can get to the stuff at Cuyahoga Valley. Like all you can do with this place is look at stuff. You can't touch the water. You can't get to the river. You can't get to the falls. And the geocache that I went to look for, I couldn't find. So.
That's what he said about.
But we had to walk up this hill. My glutes are burning. Lena's got a frown on her face already. We'll see you guys when we get back to the truck. All right, guys, we made it to the end of the trail. Well, we made it back to the truck where we parked anyway. We're gonna hop in the truck, go up to the visitor center, and Shelley wants to find out something about the damn dam. Oh, damn. Off to the visitor center we go. Oh, Bill.
Mr. Letchworth to you.
I just called him Bill back in the day. All right, another visitor center. Let's see how many stickers and magnets they can walk out of this one with.
We didn't buy nothing.
Best visitor center trip ever. No stickers, no magnets, no sweatshirts, nothing.
Nothing.
They had them in there. She just didn't buy any.
Nothing was getting me.
Nothing got you?
Mm-mm.
All right.
So we came here because we heard about a ranger-led tour of the dam. So I was really excited to check that out. So I thought that sounded interesting and neat. However, it is 5:23. You do have to, and they're closed, but you do have to have a ticket to do the dam tour. Anyway, so if you're interested in doing the dam tour, just go online to recreation.gov, I think is where they have them. Yes, that's where the tickets are. And you can make a reservation to do the ranger-led tour where they take you down into the dam. Michael's going to tell you the rest of it because he's giving me hand signals. I don't know what they mean. You tell him.
I was going to say, wasn't it $1 to take the tour?
That's what I had read, but that's what I had read somewhere else. But
okay.
It's not on here, so that's why I didn't say it.
Okay.
Nominal, it's okay. For a nominal fee, you can go inside the dam, see how it works. It is a steep walk down and up, and then they take you to different vantage points that regular people don't get to go to. Only the irregular people.
Speaking of irregular people, let's get ice cream.
Oh, aren't we having dinner still?
I'm telling you, we are having dinner. Do you want to give them the site tour, or do you want me to give them the site tour?
Sure, I'll give them the site tour.
Or I'll follow you. You can.
So we are at Letchworth State Park here in New York. We are in site, I have no idea.
231.
231.
Hold on.
There is water right across the street. It's a very slow pumper though, so you're gonna need some time to fill up. So it's pretty easy back in. It's fairly level side to side. I think we're only off by ½ inch. Nice wide site, picnic table and fire pit. 50, 30, and 20 amp. No water, no sewer.
I like how there's like all these trees, like in between our site. Now there's not so many on the other side, but and then even behind, and like there's nobody back there. So it's pretty good site. This campground does book out, I think 9 months ahead.
Yeah, you said it was pretty quickly full.
Yes, but it's a huge campground.
Yeah.
There are 8 loops in total. I mean, they have, you know, the basic camp store, playground, laundry, shower houses.
It was like a 15-minute drive to get to the swimming pool.
Yes, so the swimming pool is actually a part of the state park, not a part of the campground, which is why it was such a... So the campground is really embedded into the state park.
Which is 16 miles from one end to the other.
Yes, so you have to pay a $10 entrance fee to get to the state park, but if you're camping here, you don't pay that $10.
Yeah. And at the restaurant that we went to today, the Glen Iris, if you paid to come into the campground for like day use, they take that $10 off your bill up at the restaurant.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of them are really nice. They're not super wide, but they're really deep.
Oh, but that one is wide.
Yeah.
Ours is wide.
Windows wide, the curtains fly to catch the evening breeze. Without you here to keep me warm, believe I'd rather freeze. Believe I'd rather freeze. And how long can we walk that line between the sea and sand? How long can we bide our time for dreams we never planned? For dreams we never planned. When the sky said the winter time is coming on, and you cry to see a shadow, babe, it's growing long across the lawn. Another song. It's Tuesday night.
The shower houses are really nice here because they're all individual. Like you have your own room, and they're pretty nice.
So you got a bathroom, sink, and a shower. All in one combo.
Yeah.
And you can just put your hair underneath the hand dryer and dry your hair.
I'm not gonna do that. I am still one of those that I don't use the shower house unless necessary because I have a bathroom in my rig for a reason.
Right.
But there was a time when I had a pop-up or I even tent camped that the shower house status was important to me. So.
All right, guys, it is Friday once again. Remember, everyone deployed.
Wearing our red.
Right? So today's a travel day. We are taking off from
Letchworth State Park in New York.
Yep. And we are headed to...
And we are headed to Canada. So be sure to come back next week and see what adventures we get into there. We really enjoyed Letchworth. Also, we might be meeting up with some fellow YouTube friends.
Yeah, if our schedules just happen to work out. Actually, today, we might get to see some of our friends.
Yeah, Joe and Sharon. We're actually going to be passing each other.
Like two ships in the night.
Yeah, they're coming where we are, and we're going where they are about-ish. So we're going to try to meet up with them. Letchworth, 2 thumbs up for me. I'll definitely come back.
Yeah, and, super nice park.
Let's go dump.
Let's go dump. Sounds like a great time. All right, guys, see you next week. All right, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and remember to
keep your adventures going, guys.
See you next week.